Hi, and welcome to another Zoo to You with Zoo Boise. My name's Tierney, and I'm an educator here at the zoo. All animals need the same 4 basic things. They need food to eat, water to drink, shelter to protect themselves, and space to move. We're about to talk about animal diets and what foods they eat. Let's take a look in the zoo kitchen. Welcome to the zoo kitchen. This is where we prepare all of our animal diets. Go ahead and stop and take a minute to think about your favorite animal and what foods they might like to eat. For example, my favorite animal is a penguin. They like to eat a lot of fish. What kind of foods do your favorite animals like to eat? Are they meats from other animals, or are they plants like fruits or vegetables? Eat plants. These animals are called herbivores. Some examples at Zoo Boise include our zebras, our giraffes, our capybaras, or our red pandas. Let's take a look at what some of those animals might eat. Come on over here. In here we have what's called an herbivore pellet. This is something that has all of those nutrients and minerals that our animals like our zebras and our giraffes really need. They might get a couple scoops of this a day, in addition to something called grass hay to keep them well fed. Some of our animals that are herbivores also enjoy fruits and vegetables. Now let's talk about a different kind of animal diet, a carnivore diet. A carnivore is an animal that eats meat, generally from other animals. Let's think about some of the popular carnivores. You might think of a lion or a tiger, but would you automatically think of an eagle or even a wild dog? Those are all carnivores we have at Zoo Boise. Let's find out what our carnivores eat. Follow me. First, we're going to head into our fridge. All of our produce is on this side, so we're not going to worry about that right now. We're talking about carnivores and meats. Let's find out what meat we have. We have what's called a ground carnivore. This might go up to some of our smaller carnivores, like our coatis or servals. We may also see some chunk meats. This generally goes to our bigger carnivores, like our snow leopards, our lions, and our tigers. And finally, we have fish, because animals like to eat fish too. We have examples of herring, and even a smaller fish called smelt. Check up here. Alrighty, and now we're going to take a look in our freezer to see some other animals that we can feed out. Might want to grab a coat for this one. It gets a little bit chilly. In here we have what we call whole prey, which means other animals that we feed out to our carnivores. Some examples include rats, smaller animals like mice, and even bigger animals like guinea pigs. Alrighty, I'm getting a bit cold. Let's head back out. And finally, one other type of animal diet is an omnivore diet, which means that the animal eats both plants and vegetables and other animals. Can you think of an omnivore? That's right, people! We're omnivores. Some other great examples of omnivores at the zoo include our sloth bear Podgy, animals like primates like our caddis monkeys, and lots of others. Let's take a look at an omnivore diet. Now, said we're omnivores, and this probably doesn't look like something you have in your cupboard. But this is very important for animals to get all of the nutrients that they need. They might include things like this omnivore pellet diet, but they also might include some of those fruits and vegetables that we saw and those meats. How cool is that? we've learned about the 3 different types of animal diets, omnivorous, carnivorous, and herbivorous, let's talk about some of the animals that have specialized diets. Some animals only eat a specific type of plant or specific type of animal. Let's take a look at one. What if an animal eats other animals that are mostly insects? This animal would have an insectivorous diet. I'm thinking of a specific Zoo Boise animal that eats up to 30,000 ants or termites a day. What could it be? If you guessed a giant anteater, you're correct. They are able to lap up insects with their long, sticky tongue that can reach out as far as 24 inches. It will be a challenge to keep that many ants or termites at the zoo to feed an anteater. Anteaters at the zoo receive a special high-protein diet that includes an insectivore pellet, egg, avocado, yogurt, all mixed in there, and sometimes even fruit. We like to put a little bit of vitamin C on top by squeezing some orange juice on it. We learned about 3 main types of animal diets. Let's take a closer look at one, herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals are ones that eat plants and vegetables. An example is our zebra. Our zebras like to eat grass hay, herbivore pellets, and sometimes carrots as a treat. Another diet we learned about are omnivores. An omnivorous diet is one that includes those plants, but also animals. They want meat too. An example here at the zoo is our paddis monkeys. We have 5 paddis monkeys at the zoo, so they get an extra large bucket for breakfast. Some examples of foods they get include leafy greens, and those are always on top since we don't want those to get smushed. Below that, you'll see some other fruits and vegetables. They always get bananas, 5 bananas, so every single monkey gets one. They might also get things like apples, grapes, oranges, maybe things like root vegetables, so it's sweet potatoes, anything like that. And then they also get something called primate diet, and that is extra minerals and vitamins and things like that that's in a canned form. Probably not what we would eat, but they really enjoy it. Our final example is carnivores. Carnivores eat meat. Let's head on over to our meat room. One of the examples of carnivores at Zoo Boise are our 3 wild dogs. We have 3 brothers who are going to be 3 in October, and they eat chunk meat just like we saw in the fridge earlier, but they also eat other animals, like rabbits. Our 3 wild dogs, Dax, Cassius, and Teddy, are all really great hunters. We give them whole prey because that's very similar to the diet they would have in the wild. In the wild, African wild dogs hunt together as a pack, and so they really work together to make sure that they can get all of their animals fed. Thank you for joining us to learn all about animal diets. But don't stop here, keep on investigating. Look into your favorite animal and find out what foods it likes to eat. Is it an herbivore, an omnivore, a carnivore, or even something more specialized? Be sure to check it out and post in the comments. Thanks, and see you next time for the next video. Bye!